What up, Wheatfield? This is your girl Lottie coming back with a quick channeled message. Hope you guys had a great Friday. Today is, I think it's January the 26th, I believe it is. Anywho, hope you guys had a great and fabulous day, that you are either doing something fun or you are resting at home, ashe, maybe cuddled up with the TV, a good book, or, with your boo, out with your girlfriends, having a little cocktail, hanging with the fellas, seeing what the chicks are up to, if that's what y'all say. I don't know. Maybe I'm dating myself, letting you know that I don't go out very much. But anywho, my evening is going to be here, servicing all of you. So, if y'all want to do a quick reading, let's jump into it. My wheat, welcome back to the wheat field with your girl Lottie here at Tears and Wheat Tarot Show, where you sure enough never know what you gon' get. Y'all, your girl is feeling it today. I'm having a grand old time. Me and my spirit, we having a good time. We having a good time. I want to showcase this book, though. It is a new book that I got. It is called From Trenches to 911 by Mr. Sean E. Jackson. And you can get it off of Amazon. It was like 20 bucks. So it's not a very big read, but I think that I'm probably going to chew through it this weekend. Or I don't know. Maybe I'll go on Facebook and do some live readings. And, that'll be fun too. Who knows? Again, this is the Tears and Wheat Tarot Show, where you just never know what you're going to get. Because this chick right here, beloved, whole box of chocolates. You just never know. Anywho, we still got cards on the table from our last couple of readings. We have not cleaned off the space. We have not. Did you want to look at something right there? No, you don't want this deck. I'm not feeling it. Anywho, this is my Disney Villains deck. And we got the full energy, though. That's what we stopped at. So maybe somebody is looking to take a chance, take the leap, take the dive off into something. I don't know. We got a couple mindful messages cards that were out earlier today based around self-appreciation. So that's a thing. Appreciate yourself. We was just talking about what are you doing this evening? Are you going to go hang out with your crew, your peeps, your fellow wheat? Or are you just going to sit back, relax, do some self-care? You know what I mean? Appreciate you. Have a whole date with you. You ain't got to go out with somebody else, really. You could just, your girl do it all the time. I'm just saying. We ain't gonna talk about it. But we do. Father say hold on lightly, water your dreams. Water your dreams is a good one. Yeah, all I desire is on the way to me, but like a seed, my dreams must too be watered. Yeah, they must be watered. My belief and determination is what makes them grow. So make sure that you are believing in you, like for real, like, cause you being your own first cheerleader, being your own support, being your own a water boy, huh? Yeah, because sometimes when you getting started off into a business, which is what we were talking about earlier today, our innovators, digital creators, movers and shakers, yeah, you had to be the person who is supporting you. Sometimes you can't tell everybody, yeah, we got opportunities for growth here too. Opportunities for growth. That's the energy. So, you growing, and you have to believe. Because sometimes, especially if you're an innovator, think about that. An innovator is somebody who's doing something that hasn't been done before. Or it's a twist, a new spin on something that has been done. But since you are the niche, like you are bringing you and your idea to the table on how to make it more efficient, more effective. You know what I mean? Like that whole nine. It's an innovation. It's a change. It's something new. And not everybody is going to get you, beloved. They just don't. They are not going to understand your vision. They aren't going to get where you going with this here thing. You probably going to look different from what they know of you. That's why oftentimes you can't tell family, they'll be the first ones to try to tear your dream down because they can't see you being any other way than what they already know you. Their vision of you is limited based on what they know about you so far. And oftentimes, since we don't let everybody in on all of our secret places, our secret selves that live up in this spiritual kingdom, they just don't really know you. They really don't. And so when you try to share different parts about you to other people, you could face that rejection. You could. And it could be discouraging. Yeah. And it'll take you off your track, off your pathway that's leading you to your destiny, because the vision belongs to you, not to other people. No, Father gave you a specific thing and told you that this is for you, this is what you're going to do. And sometimes you just really have to move in silence, you know. I almost called you my boo, but I don't know. You have to move in silence, my wheat. Yes. Father say, take out the shoulds and the limitations. Get out of your head. Somebody, are you in your head, beloved? Am I clear on what my soul really wants? We talked about that a little bit earlier today. And it was in our dream cards. Yeah. Dream cards. It says, find clues to help you get nearer to your dreams. Remember that your clues could be disguised. They're often disguised. And the clues to your desire, to your passion, to what your destination spot is, that where you're journeying to in this life, is disguised and is wrapped up in the issues of life. It's oftentimes wrapped up in the things that piss you, okay, make you want to rip out a couple of locks, a couple of strands. If you bald, it make you want to grow it back so that you can pull it out. You know what I mean? That whole rip out a handful of beard hair is something. You know what I mean? But that's the place where to kind of look. Considering that your emotions are the guidance system, right? Your emotions guide you. They let you know that something's going on. Like, hey, this is triggering, this is pressing, this is a button, this is an issue, you know, or it lights you up in some kind of way. And when we hear that light up card, like, oh, what lights you up? People think, oh, it brings you joy and just, you know, sometimes it's not that, because it's a disguise. Sometimes it's the thing that pisses you the hell off. Like, or hurt you. Like, I mean, like that grief, like tear you down to your socks. Like, Father done swept you up in the dustpan because it's done broke you down to the dust. And now you got to get, you know, reconstituted and put back on a potter's wheel and on the little spinny. And I think that's the potter's wheel, yeah. And be remolded, remade. Because all of your pieces, like, you done hit the flow and broke down. So in order to be remade, you know, that remaking itself is a blessing. But it's a blessing in a disguise, because you will emerge something totally new, something totally different. It will not be the old you, hence the people that know you gonna be like, oh, you look so different. Well, guess what? The old me, the piece of china, priceless that you are, got smashed on the floor. Somebody that came through your life and took it and threw it on the floor. The hurricane that came through and blew it on the floor. You know, something happened that broke you down to the dust. And when you get broke down like that, you gonna, if you hold on, you know, don't try to take yourself somewhere else. But hold on, 988 is a whole number. If you need it, call it. I mean, I wish I could help everybody that get down there, but 988 does a better job, because I don't have them qualifications, and I don't know everything that you're going through and what you have tried, and I'm not a professional in that, right? And I don't have all them tools. I don't want to be bringing a hammer to something that needs a flathead, or I could be bringing a screwdriver and I brought a flathead and you really need a Phillips, or one of them L wrenches, whatever them things is that look like a L, one of them, you know what I mean? So, but them professionals, they have tools and they have ways to help you get back to good, get you out off emergency mode and get back on a track to being good, to be put back together, to be reconstituted and remade, right? But the remaking, baby, it could be thick, it could be rough. When I say them dark nights of the souls don't be nothing to play with. And if you're somebody that has any type of spiritual gift on you, you can come under attack quite often. Them spiritual attacks don't be fun either, because it can feel like one thing after another thing after another thing after another thing, and you get so beat down and downtrodden. It's like, Lord, have mercy, mercy and goodness, grace. Father, please give me your grace, and hold me. I need some comfort. I need some rest. I just want to rest in the spirit, and get strengthened. And people like that at 988 in those crisis hotlines, they can help you. They are trained to do that. But feel free to come on by anytime you want to for an encouraging word. That's what we do. Motivational, spiritual guidance, tarot, crystals, balance your chakras, talk about, hopefully make you laugh a time or two. That's what we, whole box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Just saying. So Father say your passion and your dream, your destiny could be disguised, and to follow the clues, right? And to try and unravel that. It's like going on a scavenger hunt. And again, oftentimes your service is wrapped up. It's not just in that thing that lights you up with joy. It could definitely be, oh boy, oh wheat, yes. And it take you down to your socks, and and honestly, that's how we got here. I had quite a few of those things that took me down to the socks, and one of them was just like pissed me off so bad. It was like, oh, we got to do something. We can't. We will not. We cannot keep doing this. We can't. It's a message for people, and people that need help and they need motivation, and we need to unite. Unity, not only as a people, my brethren, but as creation. Because creation is whole, but she doesn't remember. She doesn't recognize that she's whole, and we living in a state as if we are separate, as if we are different, and we are not. You break us down to the chemical elements, these that periodic table, that's you. That's everything. Everything is made out of the same thing, and we are held together by what? Carbon bonds, depending on how the bond is put together, but it's still the same. We are bonded. We are connected. We have a shared reality. And in that unity, in our sharing is caring, is the comfort that we need, that we seek. And again, we in here with other energies, y'all, right? We in here with other energies, and when those things come against you and they happen, and you get that emotion that hits you, that says something is going on, my warning system is raising a red flag, and something's happening, then that's the thing sometimes that we need to pay attention to. Well, we need to pay attention to it, but your purpose could be disguised in that. The women I think about, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, I believe that it was their purpose to help bring laws about that stop that. Because it was so much drunk driving going on and people getting killed. I mean, it still happens because people disobey the law all the time. They don't always listen. They don't. But you talk about that rate of people dying in those types of accidents because people want to drive drunk has reduced because they don't want the consequences. They don't. They be like, I'd rather not. If I'm going to be drinking, I'd rather take an Uber or a Lyft or call a cab, or we'll drive and have a designated driver. I need a DD. You know what I mean? Who's not drinking this go round, and maybe switch off, so that everybody stays safe. That's a whole thing. And it was born out of something that was pretty tragic and very atrocious. You know what I mean? Like people losing their children in accidents. That was not something that felt good at all. But I bet you it fired those mothers up until the point where they was like, we got to do something. And they did something that was purposeful. Something that would help save lives. So again, how is your purpose disguised? It could be wrapped up in the pain. And that's why we have to transmute the pain, so you can move from pain to purpose. Ashe. So look for those clues. Look for those clues. Father say, what would you need to give up in order to achieve your dream? Are you really clear on what it is? Am I clear on what my soul really wants? Really wants from a higher self standpoint. Are you grounded? Because that was another energy of the day. Are you grounded? Father say get grounded. Get grounded. Ground yourself. Have some sort of practice that grounds you. Not recommending anything because I can't recommend fuck shit to you. But I can say that if you have a system of getting in touch with yourself, in tune with you, where you can recognize your own feelings, you can recognize, what's egging at you, what's triggering you, what's poking and digging at you, right? You can see the things that give you joy and what do make you lighthearted, right? You can feel it and get in touch with those emotions and those feelings. Again, whether it's despair and sadness, anxiety, depression, what is driving that? Like, what is pushing you or causing you to feel so low? What is it? And then you are able to seek help, getting grounded, getting rerouted. What lights you up and brings in the joy? What makes you feel good? Give you those, is it dopamine, serotonin, or something like that? One of them ones that make you feel great and give you a natural high. You know what I mean? Not that till the first smoke is on that, first smoke is on that. Oh no, pour up, drink, headshot, drink. No, not that. But naturally, what makes you feel good naturally? I mean, like I'm a huge kid. I really am. Like I skip through the parking lot and run and jump on the back of the buggy and the whatever music is playing in the store, I'm singing and bopping like I don't care. Like it. You want to go around this piece. Ooh, well, I can't say one time, but this manifestation, I'm only in this manifestation once. Uno. And I'm here to learn and to experience. And since I'm experiencing now, because everything is now, I take the opportunity to find joy now. Every day ain't gonna be 15. It's not. It's a balance to this thing. Some days I'm gonna be on the negative side, and some days I'm gonna be on the positive side. But to balance that out, so I can become the par with that thing, and I choose to lift myself up. I choose to polarize myself to the positive. Yeah. Polarize yourself to the positive. Why not? Because again, life is this long. Yeah. You do them too many times, you miss it. You just be done missed it. It's like this. Yeah, that's it. It's just a blink of an eye. Boom, like this. Want to know why? Because we racing through this piece at the speed of light. How fast do you think your internal light, your heavenly light travels? I mean, it seemed like we all slow. Why? Because we moving around the same rate. We don't feel the earth spinning, do you? But is it not hurtling through space at blinding speeds? Come on with this thing. We moving through through this cosmos. We are going through this boy. And it only feels slow because we all moving at the same rate. Pretty much. We're used to it. So you don't feel it. Anywho, what would you give up? What would you need to give up in order to achieve your dream? Is there something that you might need to give up? Yeah, this is getting on my nerve. Is there something that you might need to give up? In order to harvest anything, you have to give something. You have to plant a seed. Yeah, think about it. I heard another content creator, which I thought it was kind of quinky dink. He mentioned using, like, he had an analogy using Jack and the Beanstalk, and I thought that was like, ooh, when he said it, it just hit my kingdom. I was like, ooh, that's good. I like that. You go ahead on with that one. I like that. That boy good. I like that. Anywho, the analogy of Jack and the Beanstalk, right? Like, he sold the cow to get these beans, these magic beans that was supposed to give him all this treasure. And you go up the beanstalk and you get golden eggs or something like that, I think was the thing. Anywho, but in order to get anything, the opportunity to even go get the golden eggs, he had to plant the seeds. And the magic was that it was going to grow overnight. And it was going to grow so huge that he could go up there and get them. Now, thinking about that whole story, the first thing is that he had to sacrifice something major, the family's only cow. Their ability to sell milk, to get milk. And he was supposed to sell the cow and get money. And he got 3 beans for the promise of something greater. What? Tricked. Manipulation it was. Traded something that was highly significant to the family for the promise of something that could potentially get you something really, really wonderful. So be careful of trading or what you're sacrificing and how. Because there's always going to be, we had that, yeah. You see, we said it earlier. Don't be no fool. To get to something that's supposed to be stable, some sort of celebratory action with the 4 wands that's, something that's supposed to be a celebration, something that's supposed to be, again, that stability, the partnership, I feel. But it could be something that's either a trick, you don't want this one, but I feel defensiveness, like somebody could be hiding or defending their true position and what they're really trading you for. You might have to, again, pull back. I do feel defensiveness, like defend your position, defend what it is, your vision, hold your vision. And so when something comes at you that make you want, that's promising some sort of stability, something that's supposed to bring you, that you don't end up being foolish and sacrificing something major to get to the wower, or just to bring in what you consider to be stability. And you do it in a way that you would regret later, quite honestly, something that you would feel foolish about. Like, I don't know any other way to say that. But, yeah, so, but anywho, you still have to sacrifice something. You're going to either sell the cow for the coins and invest that, right? Or you're going to plant those beans because you took the bait. Like, oh, well, that sounds good. You know what I mean? I'm willing to go on the adventure and face the adversities of going up this beanstalk to get these golden eggs because I believe in myself that much. But either way, you have to sacrifice the beans. To get your harvest in real life, you have to sow seeds. You can't hold yourself. You are the bearer of your own seed. Your seeds are baked into your kingdom space. And you are unable to harvest if you don't sow the seeds. You cannot hoard the seeds and harvest. You have to sacrifice something. What are you willing to sacrifice in order to achieve your dream? What are you willing to give up? What seeds are you willing to sow? I thought that was beautiful. Father say, take out the shoulds and the limitations. Get out of your head. Out of your head. And pay attention to your heart's desires instead. If you knew it was impossible for you to fail, impossible. If you knew it was like, there's absolutely no way I could fail. I'm going out here. Like, I can't fail at being a black woman. I can't. Think about that. There's absolutely no way I can fail at being me. The only way, seriously, that I could fail at being me is trying to be somebody else. Yeah, Father. And honestly, I can never be anybody else. No. That's an exercise in futility. I can't more come out of my body and be in yours. Now they got all these conspiracy theories about folks doing a conscious transfer, like on the Get Out movie, like somebody is just really taking your consciousness or snatching body snatchers and putting their consciousness in your body. I don't really get into all of that. Anything's possible. I can't tell you what to believe in. I can't tell you shit, right? Regards to that. But at the end of the day, it's an exercise in futility trying to be somebody else. You never could. I mean, just not. It'll be a pseudo version of you anyway, and it's still a version of me. Not a full version of me, but it's still me. Cause I'm still me. I can never not be me. I'm still me at the end of the day. The only thing I would do is cheat myself out of my own fullness, of experiencing the fullness of self, my highest self. So yeah, that's a waste of time. So no, I'm not gonna do that. But you still have to sow the seeds of self in order for you to harvest self, to harvest your gifts, the fruits of your gift, the fruit of your labor. So, if you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do? I would start by being yourself. That's step number one. Be your full you. You can't fail at that. That's for sure. You cannot fail at being your full you. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. You can't do that. How you gonna fail at being your wonderful self? We just talked about that. Let's move on. Wherever you go with all of your heart. All of your heart, all of your fullness. Because you taking your highest self with you. And your highest self wants you to be the absolute best you could be. It will guide you and lead you along your path. Yes, to your own self-discovery. And every good thing that you have ever desired, that you have ever wanted, is along that path. It's a journey. You don't just get it at the end destination when you reach your destiny. No, you get it along the path. You pick it up like little nuggets and little treasures found along the way. Oh, look at that. That's cute. Oh, look at that. That's cute. You know what I mean? Just little gifts that you get along the way. Where do you get your gifts from? Being in the present. Ooh, presence in the presence. Being present gets you presents. Little gifts. I love it. Yeah, Violet, that was cute. Anywho, today's soul action is ask yourself what is it? Ask yourself what is it that your soul really wants? What is it that your soul really wants? I mean, like when you close your eyes and you could just sit in your spirit space, in your fantasy mind, and you could just see that thing. What is it that your soul wants? When you say if anything was possible, anything is possible that I could have, what would that thing be? Would the first thing out of your mouth be a millionaire? I want to be a millionaire so freaking bad. Buy all of the things I never had. Spirit says no. It wouldn't be the money. It would be something totally different, something that's probably disguised. And you need to go through the journey. Blues Clues and find the clues to show you. What is it? Mail time. Maybe you're going to get something in the mail come soon. Ooh, here's a mail. It never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to yell, mail. I'm sorry, I had to do it. Anywho, what does your heart crave? What does it crave? Again, it's something that lights you up. It either lights you up in that passion, fiery anger that just because it digs at you and it pisses you off, it hurts you, it broke your heart. Something that, you know, it's like you see it as an atrocity and your brethren are hurt and it just bothers you because you want to help. You want to serve in that way. It's a passion in that. It's a piece of you that wants to see that thing solved. It wants to see a solution. It wants to see people affected and helped by that. Or it's something that really lights you up, that gives you joy, that you lose time when you do it. You are into it and you would do it like at any time. You ain't nobody got to pay you. Ain't nobody got to ask you. You hear it, your ears perk up. What? What? Say who? Huh? What? And it could be something that scares your socks off. Like you be shaking in the pelvis up on your baby legs trying to do it. That make you pull out some courage. Throw you into a whole different arena. Oh yeah, your girl here testify. Them lives, oh baby, you talking about something about going live was just had me like, cause all I could see was people on there doing this. And I'm like, that is so not me. Like, is that what people expect? Is that what you're supposed to do? Like, that just feels so odd. Like, you know what I mean? But, lo and behold, I almost got the live bug. I be thinking to myself, like, when the next time we going live? We finna go live. We finna go do it. We finna go do it. The next one is to get on, other platforms and go live. I'm still not ready for TikTok yet. TikTok is a whole lot of energy. It'd be a whole lot of folks on there. I'm just saying. It probably ain't even nowhere near what I make it out to be. It probably ain't. But we have to see. Are we ready for that level of exposure yet? Spirit says no. But we getting there. Maybe we will. In due time. In perfect timing. It'll happen. It'll happen. Stay tuned. Anywho. What this card say, one step at a time. Y'all, I got to. Right here. Then one step at a time. Yes. And I can tell you that is for sure true. Because doing these here readings and putting the gift out, we were nervous about how much gift are we going to display? How much of it am I going to serve out? How many of these seeds that I got in terms of spiritual gifts am I going to sow out in the ether? Displaying it, putting it out there. Then it was, oh my goodness, I'm so nervous. I don't want to put my face out on here. I'm just going to do my hands and my voice. You can hear me. And then it was like here, like you could see my chin and my teeth and, the bottom half. And that was it. And then it was like, okay, I'm out and we're going to do the full. And it was so stiff. Like, oh my God, like, I'm nervous, still shaking, even though I'm going to record it, and I could delete it and, whatever. And then you had to develop your whole, I have to have a cadence. I don't want to talk too fast. I want people to hear me. It has to be clear. All of that development, the self-development, the journey that you go on in doing this here thing and serving yourself out, serving it out onto the Most High God. And as you're doing that, you are being edified. You are learning. You are growing. And before you know it, you become so full that you serving it out. And sometimes, again, you learning and growing and serving all at the same time. And you're developing and people, your community, you will attract that through your authenticity. I feel you will. You will attract it. You will bring in all of the resources. We talked about that earlier today too. Oftentimes people get trapped in the money thing. Oh, I want to start this. I want to start that. I don't have the resources. I don't have the money. I don't have the material. I don't have the supplies. I don't. Or when I get this and when I get that and when this and this and this and it has to be like this perfect scenario before you start. And Father say, there's no other time but now, beloved. No other time but now. And that doesn't mean that you are like off to the, races and just jump on out there. You could. That's a whole thing too. Because throw it out there. But, because, how many people throw it out there and they have to relaunch and restart once they learn, you know what I mean? Because it's iterations. It's cycles to this. It's levels to this, right? So you get started. Whether you are planning phase, like, okay, I got to learn a little bit. I got to get some more information on this thing. But I'm getting ready to do it. I'm in the process. I've started. Even if your starting means opening up your journal and writing out your goals again. What is really in your heart? Deciphering it, breaking it down, and figuring out what really is it. And once you can do that, it starts to come together. You start to see a picture, a vision. It starts to become clear. And as you get more clarity, maybe you'll start to get a little bit of courage. And you can fight your fear with the faith. Because the faith is what you just put on the page. And before you know it, you will take the leap. But again, be careful. Be discerning. And sometimes the mistakes in that is just a part of the process. It's a part of the journey. It's a part of the growing. You know, everybody's going to get taken for one of those one time or two in their life. Because you just don't know what you don't know. And there's some savvy folks out here, you know. It really, really is. I mean, the masks be on thick. Okay? We ain't got all of these narcissists, psychosis, and psychopaths and all that stuff for nothing. It's real. It's very real. But the more you stay grounded and rooted into your spirit, you will be able to feel it. To trust yourself. When your spirit's saying, move around from that. That don't feel good. That don't feel right. Something about that is giving me pause. Fall back, way back, and observe just a little bit longer and see what it's really going to do. To show thyself approved, yes. That's a whole part of the process, especially when you're ready to collaborate with people, go into partnership of any kind. Yeah, you need to give that thing a season. I say relationships, give them a whole cycle, like a winter, summer, spring, fall, so you can see what they do through it all. I say, because everybody get funny acting a time or two, especially when shit get thick and they don't really know what to do. So I can't tell you what fuck shit to do. Free will is a whole thing. But if I had to give my recommendation, I would say give it a whole cycle. Not just a season, a cycle. And let it see what it do, how it play out for you. Alright? Alright, get grounded. Father say, think about what it is that you would give up in order to achieve your dream. You got to sow in something. You do. You have to sow in something. Because your opportunity for growth, right here, these opportunities for growth, yeah, they require action. And your actions is what you will sow. Yeah. So today's action is discover. What is it that your heart really wants? Make a list. You know, it don't even have to be a list. It could be brainstorming. I mean, literally take out a piece of paper and just start jotting stuff down. It don't even matter what it is. Just jot it down. Let it come out. Let it flow on out. You can get your blue ink pen and your paper and just let it flow on out. You want this one right here? Yeah. In your heart, you know, ooh, y'all. In your heart, you know what's good for you and what makes you excited to be alive day after day. You need to trust your dreams and follow your instincts. If you don't, you'll only end up making other people's dreams come true. I love it because we just said that. Thank you, Father. Yes. I'm so thankful to our eternal Lord of all of creation, the breath of life, and the infinite intelligence that guides these sessions. Thank you so much for being here. In your heart, you know what is good for you. Oh, I put it in the deck, didn't I? I sure did. But Father says, search your heart, right? Ask yourself what your soul really wants. What does your heart crave? What does your heart crave? Right? Your heart knows. Your heart knows what's good for you and what makes you excited to be alive day after day. You need to trust your dreams and follow your instincts, yes. And if you don't, you'll only end up making other people's dreams come true. And we can see that that's for real, for real. Because either you're going to work for somebody else and make them rich, rent their home and pay for their, their abundance and their legacy, or you will sow the seeds of self and develop your own legacy, buy your own home, start your own business, and make your own dreams come true. Yeah. So this is what we have for our evening reading today. It's a little bit different. We split the readings and did a little something different from what we have been normally doing. But again, this is a Tears of Rita Rose show where you sure enough never know what you're going to get. Because like we said, baby, this right here, it's like a whole box of chocolates. You just never know. So come on back around here, okay? I hope I see y'all soon. But until then, now know this. I love you. I love you just like I love me. Because I love the eternal Lord of all of creation, the Father of all hosts. Yes, it's wisdom, it's mind, the principal thing, and the breath of life that feels and connects everything. Until the next now, we will call this reading an Ashe.